Hi. A minute. Okay. Hi, good evening, everybody. I hope you've had a good day at work. For some people, they might be on their way back from work. They might be making that journey to their home. I hope the day went well. I'm just going to share this live very quickly. And I thought today would be a very good day to come out and have a conversation about one of the strategies I've learned from my Miracle Morning Challenge. Okay. But before I go on, I just want to say a big welcome to new engagements. People are really interacting, and I'm so pleased that you're on board. And I hope that you continue to find value. Right. So you may or may not know that I decided, together with some of my business partners, to do a challenge, which is the Miracle Morning 30-day challenge by Hal Elrod. You might know Hal Elrod, you might not know him, but if you do not know him, he is an author who is the author of the best-selling book, The Miracle Morning Challenge, which there's been a lot of reviews, positive reviews about, and has been argued, or not necessarily argued, has been proven to be one of the books that people, successful people use to start their day. So today I'm just going to be sharing some excerpts from what I have read, and one of the ones that so today I'm just going to be sharing. Let's just stop that. So basically it's about the savers method or savers, and how Elrod has done a lot of research over time, and he's even tested it himself after a very tragic accident that occurred to him over, I think that was in 2000, I can't remember now, maybe 15, 17 years ago, or perhaps even 20 years ago. He was involved in a terrible accident that claimed his life almost. In fact, he was literally dead for 5 minutes. And we could say God was faithful. He came back to life. We could say the universe aligned, gave him a second chance. Whatever it is that you believe in, he's here today because he has a second chance at life. And he was trying to find a way, to, after dying in quotes and coming back to life, of course, he needs to go back to the drawing board and figure out what to do next, after recuperating. And of course, he did what he knew how to do best and was successful. But in the recession, everyone knows about the recession in 2007, he lost everything, literally. And he went into depression. So he was trying to find out what he could do. He was trying to think about the best way he could approach rebuilding his life again. So that was the second time he had to rebuild his life. So this is a real life experience of someone. And it was in the process of trying to find a way to rebuild his life that he came up with this approach or idea of the miracle morning. Now, he tested several approaches. He tried it in the afternoon, he tried it in the evening, and it wasn't as fruitful as the morning. He tried different iterations. So his book is coming from a place of trial, like personal experience to him. And then when he found that it worked for him, he started trying it on others around him, and everyone his life was transforming, and that's the genesis of the book. So I mean, you may or may not know the acronym of the book. Of the main thing is the savers approach, and savers is silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing or journaling, right? And he encourages us to follow this approach before 8 a.m. in the morning, really literally before you start your day, and it will make a marked difference in your approach to life. It also make a marked difference in the outcomes, right? It's basically trying to help you to move from a place of mediocrity or mediocre life to a place of your optimum, of course, which we all strive to be doing, to be honest. But we are so used to what the society has told us to do that we settle for less than less than the best. We're so used to societal norms, cultures that we kind of like feel, be in the middle. The cycle of working 9 to 5, for example, it's just a societal expectation. You can earn an income in different ways, right? It doesn't have to be um from a 9 to 5, right? The cycle, and it might not be even a job, it might be anything else that you are doing, right? The society has a way of just making you feel that, okay, this is where you should be, this is your cap, you can't go beyond that. But I think this book breaks that myth, right? So today I just thought I will come out and share something, because I've heard people say I'm not a morning person, and I'm reading the book, and I stumbled upon something that he suggested, not really suggested, he tried and worked, and I tried it. So I tried it, and I can tell you that is, I can't even believe how I felt this morning. Like, just day one of trying it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And I think maybe this is what we all need to transform our mornings and make it much more productive. But your morning starts from the night. Yeah. Your morning starts from when you go to bed. It starts from how you prepare for the morning, the next day, right? And even before this Miracle Morning Challenge, one of the things that I've always talked about, you can check it on my post, I do come out and talk about it, is the power of your mind. Your mind is powerful, honestly. And I have tested, and I don't even know how to begin to give examples of how, where examples of how your mind, when you see things in your mind, when you make things work in your mind, it actually works in reality, right? I can give you million examples, and I don't even know where to start from, but I can tell you for a fact that the mind is powerful. And whatever you see in front of you is a function of what is in your mind. And that is why you see many people telling you to work on your mindset. If you want change, you really do have to focus on working on your mind. Working on your mind is half of the problem solved, right? And it's the same thing. Going to bed, you have to go to bed positively because you wake up positively. Some people just believe that um, if they go to bed at 10 p.m., for example, they will wake up tired. Already they have shaped their thoughts for the morning. I'm going to wake up tired. So no matter whatever happens, if I'm sleeping at 10 p.m., I'm going to wake up tired. Okay. That's them shaping their morning already. And he encourages us not to do that. So one of the first tip he says you should do before going to bed is to set your intentions before bed. Like, you just have to kind of like be clear what you want to do, like how you want to feel in the morning before you go to bed, right? So set your intentions before you go to bed, which is where the mindset thing comes. This is what I said earlier, that tell yourself what you want your morning to look like positively, irrespective of what time you go to bed. Okay. That is one way to help you break from that myth of I'm not a morning person. Because the truth is, your morning is your best time to strategize your day. Your morning is the best time to prepare for your day. Okay. Now, for those of you, step two, for those of you that use alarm clock to wake up, or I do not use alarm clock to wake up, I'm so fortunate. I can literally lie down and this is the thing. This is your setting your intentions before bed. I've been doing it from time immemorial. It's only now that I'm even saying it that I realize I'm doing it, because I don't use alarm clock to wake up. No, I literally tell myself, okay, I'm going to bed at 10 p.m. today and I want to wake up at 4 a.m. And I kid you not when I tell you that I stand up at 4 a.m. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like, I literally wake up. Once it's 4, I just wake up. So I've never used an alarm clock. Never. I don't even like it. But for those that use alarm clock, he suggests that instead of putting your alarm clock close to you, right, so that you don't snooze, take it away from you, all right, so that when it rings, you are forced to stand up, okay? And standing up in itself is already an act of waking up. You're already shaking off sleep, okay? So take your alarm clock away from your bedside, okay? Then the next thing he suggests is, once you've stood up, because you've stood up to go and turn off the alarm, you're already up. Move straight to the bathroom and brush your teeth. Like, literally brush your teeth. already you're taking steps, you're walking, you're moving around. So the sleep is going away. All right. So take a step to the bathroom and brush your teeth. Then after washing your teeth, as you're doing it, you start feeling that okay, you're waking up, you're waking up, you're waking up. Then after washing your teeth, he suggests that you drink a glass of water, you know, simply because you are dehydrated. When you fast, you sleep for maybe 10 to 6 p.m. a.m. That's about 8 hours of sleep. You've not drunk any water, so you're mildly dehydrated. So he suggests that when you drink a cup of water or a glass full of water, it wakes you up. It kind of like hydrates you, and that gives you some energy. And he then says, finally, step 5, that you should get dressed in your workout clothes. So basically, don't even dress up to, don't go straight to the shower. Go for your exercise, which is part of savers. Okay. That's his approach. But at the end of the day, just figure out what works for you. But make sure that you're doing 1 to 4. For some, it might be a case of, okay, I'm going to sit down in the chair. Now that I've drank this water, I'm going to sit down in a quiet place and then begin with my silence and, my affirmations and, you know, visualization. It might be a case of that for some people. So, but whatever happens, just make sure you do not miss the exercise. But he suggests that you change into your exercise clothes so that um you are ready, you're up, fully awake. Okay, so yeah, that's the 5 tips. I tried it today, and honestly, my day was different. I'm not gonna lie to you. My day was really different. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't go out to do an exercise, but what I did was I went up my stairs. I ran up and down 20 times. Oh, at the end of the day, I was like, oh my god, I'm so unfit. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. But I did that, and I all did all of that before 8 a.m. And honestly, my day has been even more productive than it has been in the last couple of days that I started the challenge. And this is only because I'm reading the book as well. And I'm only just got to that page, which is why I did it today. So I do my reading at night time. Okay. For some people, they do their reading in the morning. That's okay. As long as you do your reading, it's very vital. And this is is really keeping me, like, for the past 9 days, I've been reading for 10 minutes every evening. Like, no matter how late it is, I pick my book and read. I make notes. I jot on my book. That's my approach. So I'm just thought I will share this with you. If you catch the replay, try it and let me know in the comment section. I do not want to take too much time, but just try this strategy and let us know, really, at any point in time when you watch this. Let me know how you get on with it. I'd like to know how you feel after you've done this. If you're interested in breaking free from the cycle of mediocrity, then you might want to consider doing something different, which is this challenge, and which may eventually become your lifestyle. Like, you realize you wake up every morning and you do all of that. And honestly, go and research, go and do your research, go and find out about those successful people, the people that are successful in whatever area that you're aiming for. You would see that they didn't do the usual. They had a routine. They had a routine that they followed every single day. So you might want to consider using this as your routine, because there is a lot that happens. There's the visualization where you sit down and visualize what it is that you want to be, how it's going to look like. It is quite empowering. And then you have the affirmations, like, what is it? What are those positive words you want to say to yourself? You also think about um the reading, your learning. Is all about self-development. Okay, you just need to develop. You can't be in the same level where you are and expect something different. It's just not possible. That's just the honest truth. You just have to be doing something different if you know you want to get a different result. Okay, if you know you want to operate at your maximum, you really do need to be thinking about, what can I do differently? Okay, what can I do that would help me to be better so that I can get that thing that I want? Okay, because if you are, how do I explain it now? If you are, I'm just going to use my data analysis skill. If you are just doing Excel, for example, and that's all you know, how do you want to apply for a promotion to become a data scientist, for example? You can't, because you need to know other coding tools. Excel is becoming obsolete, although it's easy to use. But when you're dealing with data that is millions of rows, you would need something bigger and stronger. Excel cannot handle more than 1 million rows for those data analysts around listening today. Excel can't do anything with more than 1 million rows of data. But the data we are living in this environment, we have data. Like just take the UK population, or even take the number of houses in the UK. We're running into millions, not just 1 million. So if you were going to analyze that data, for example, you would need to have some data analytics skill. But how can you be applying to become a data scientist when you've not learned how to use those tools or those programming languages to be able to do your data analysis? So you see, it applies to every aspect of life. If you want to become a data scientist, then you need to learn how to manipulate data using software tools. And that is where you now know, okay, I'm going to develop myself. And that's it with anything in life. You have to develop yourself to that point. If you want to become the prime minister, for example, you have to develop yourself to that. You can't just be where you are right now, like as a maybe as a as a junior manager and expect to be a prime minister. No, you need to be doing development on leadership. You need to be doing development on communication. You need to be strategic. You just have to self develop, right? So, and that's one way to come out of mediocrity. There's nothing, I'm a Nigerian, I'm a Christian. I pray, I believe in God, but I also know that God will not come down from heaven to solve my problem. He is giving me wisdom to be able to find the tools that I need, and He will put me in places that would help to propel me. But I have to be willing to work on myself. Okay, I have to be willing to develop myself. I have to be willing to grow. That's the word. You have to be willing to grow. So if you want to come out of a mediocre life, you have to grow. You have to self-develop. And if you're not self-developing, then you don't expect to move away from that lifestyle. Okay. So this is my encouragement today. I still am looking for that accountability partner. I am really looking for someone on my page, somebody that is following me to become my accountability partner for this challenge. So if this interests you, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know ready. And yeah, we'll get going. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop here for today till my next video, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.